our final premier game of the week, Chris. We had a game in 2 overtime. Sorry, folks, if I remiss to put that on the screen, but yeah, this game went into 2 overtimes. We had Penn State hosting Oregon, a big
Mm-hmm.
game in the Big Ten. Chris, had to be a winner. In the end, Oregon squeezed out of Happy Valley with a victory. 30-24 was your final in this ball game. And hey, how about Dante Moore, Chris? He was 29 for 39, 248 yards through the air and 2 touchdowns. This man was balling in this game. And for a guy that sat last season for Dylan Gabriel,
Mm-hmm.
only to come in this season to be QB1, he's definitely picked up this offense from Dan Lanning. And look, he has the keys to the Mercedes right now. Like he is the man of this offense, and Oregon's they're cooking right now, Chris. So you got to give hats off to Dante Moore, to Dan Lanning by getting him and his offense ready to play and battle in moments like this. This was a big
Mm-hmm.
victory for them, indeed.
Yeah, definitely was. Big credit to Dan Lanning and his team finding a way to win on the road, whiteout game, over 100,000 screaming Nittany Lion fans rooting against you. You got the victory. That's all you can ask for. It wasn't the prettiest game, wasn't the most memorable game. It's a good battle, though. Both defenses came to play. Um, at the end of the day, Kory, James Franklin going James Franklin. And it's another big game that Penn State fans were hoping to get the win, and you don't get the victory. So, death taxes and Penn State losing big time games, man. It's just unfortunate if you're a Penn State fan, but that's just the way it is.
That's just the way it is. Things would never be the same. Sorry to quote
Oh man.
Tupac, but it's the truth, folks. He keeps losing in these big games. I don't know what's going on with. Well, I do know what's going on with James Franklin. I won't. I won't sugarcoat it. They're just not execute where they need to execute, Chris. And there probably is a lot of regret on the message boards for Penn State fans right now in terms of Drew Allar being there and Bo Prabula being in Missouri now. I'm sure that talk has been ravaging Happy Valley for weeks now, and it
Mm-hmm.
reared its
Mm-hmm.
ugly head again, Chris, where Penn State has an opportunity to win a big ball game like this, and what do you know? They drop it. It's, I mean, it's what nothing else you could say. It really isn't.
Yeah. I mean, this is Penn State. You can beat the teams you're supposed to beat, but can you win the team that is looked to be evenly matched or better than you? We struggle to see them do that on a consistent basis. You could say they got a nice draw in the playoff last year and took advantage. But then once everything was a level playing field, we see how things play out. So, what else can we say about it, Kory? It's just kind of this is what Penn State is, and also this is who Oregon is under Dan Lanning. It's a tough team. They're not going out without a fight, and even when it doesn't look like things are lined up for them to win, it's a tough ball club. Dan Lanning's a Nick Saban guy. You know, he comes from that tree, from that pedigree, and Oregon continues to eke out victories. So credit to the Ducks, and if you're Penn State, back to the drawing board.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's back to the drawing board now again. If you're a Penn State fan, and gosh, Chris, I mean, at some point you got to be tired of this. You have to be tired of being that close into beating some of the best teams in your conference. Heck, Oregon, they just got in this conference, and you still can't beat them. You still can't beat teams like Oregon. What makes you think that you can beat anybody else of significance on your schedule? And then when you look at the schedule, Chris, I don't want to harping on it too long, but you trying to make yourself as this battle-tested group. Nevada, FIU, that's Florida International, folks, and Villanova was your first 3 games before you even got to this game. How's anyone supposed to take you seriously when you're playing teams like that?
And you're not beating them handily, soundly. You show cracks in the armor, and of course, you lose this one. So
yeah. So
it's Penn State for you.
It's Penn State. It is Penn State indeed, Chris. And yeah. What else can you say? That's just what they do. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe maybe we'll find out later in the season that they've learned from all of these mistakes, of course, and they somehow mustered up something to win some big ball games. I mean, you got Ohio State on the docket in a couple weeks. They're really good. They're the defending national champions for a reason. So hey, we'll see what happens. But
we will.
Definitely another loss for the Nittany Lions over the weekend.